are going to be doing a demo review of NiKo. Now, previously on Falcons, we reviewed m0NESY and saw one of the worst games he ever played, but also one of his best. Let's go ahead and look at Mirage here when they were playing against Legacy. Spoiler here, Legacy actually ended up whooping them. You think that like such an aim-heavy map like this, NiKo would just absolutely destroy these guys on. So yeah, very curious. Maybe it's the gloves that he's using. Maybe these gardening gloves has him distracted or something. All right, he's posted up here, misses these shots. Some pretty good jiggles from the second guy up there. Teammates get traded. He decides to not rotate and instead just put some shots in. Finally, the rotation comes around here. You notice the CTs are going to do a triple retake. A lot of you guys in your pugs are going to sit here and try to spam through that smoke. You have to get active. You have to move around here so that you can actually like find some impact together. Build the ability to trade off of each other. A nice little flash through. Also, really good that Legacy smoke steep here. I don't know if they're actually going to be able to utilize this. But boom, perfect flash from NiKo. That is great value, great impact right there. Actually going to push off Sadzin pretty nicely. So I like that. Nice, good pickup as well. Then they get the info of the ramp. So honestly, round one, really good impact from NiKo. That flash was everything right there. I mean, once they made the right decision to regroup and play as a team, that was freaking amazing. That was good stuff. Yeah, like I said, you see a lot of players just get stubborn and they want to shoot through here, reload, then come up here and fight while their teammates go double CT. That 3-man retake is just so powerful, so strong when you can play off each other. So really good stuff. Plus, he didn't die, so the second round is absolutely beautiful for him. Molly, smoke, full armor, M4. The Falcons, if you notice here, they're actually ready for that force buy. 5 M4s. You don't really see this too much. They're going to be extremely limited on utility though, so that's my only concern with this. Other than that, they have a lot of firepower on this type of buy though. Again, so no nade here to break this open. Kayasuki is actually going to be all alone here by himself fighting. You can see m0NESY smoked out, nothing that he can help with. Kayasuki here by himself. There's no trade ability with this type of setup. I don't really like this, honestly. One deagle shot, one swing, and boom, there you go. m0NESY is trying to sit here and spam, but like, what's he gonna do? NiKo did absolutely nothing there. So a little bit of like not being on the same page. I'm not really sure what that was, honestly. Again, NiKo's just sitting behind the smoke, not having much impact. But you notice they are in a little bit of a bait setup here. So this is a really, really common setup. And this is something you have to do at certain points in your games. Testis absolutely could just get walked out on here and get killed from the back. But he's just making the read and the prediction that they're not going to do that based on what he's hearing, just a feeling inside of him, the game sense. And instead, they're going to do this really, really good little double bait setup. m0NESY spams through the window a little bit, is fighting as well. If anyone was there, they could kind of 3-man fight as this fades. Pretty sick. Doesn't see anything, so he's going to slide out and make the read. I assume Testis is going to eventually flip back around. No, there's too much hesitation here. They're going back and forth. They don't really know what to do. NiKo and Testis at least fighting together here, which is nice. And at this point, obviously they know it's A or B, so it's just about making the right read. NiKo's going to find himself into a very forward position here, which I do like. Picks up the flashbang as well, which is going to be good for this retake. Clears out any lurkers. Catching the timing a little bit. Is that actually a flash there? I'm curious. Where's that flashing? Yeah, that's a flash. Huh. I'm going to have to start throwing that support util. It looks pretty sick, actually. Boom, he's just holding window in case for some reason the guy didn't drop out. Now he knows he's van. Cool, I mean, it should be pretty easy at this point. Again, you notice this, guys. This is some high level stuff where he knows he has a teammate more committed to him. So what he's going to do is make it so that when his teammate takes the contact on this off angle, you see how Testis is not in the corner. He's on a very specific off angle here, moving back and forth. When Testis takes contact, NiKo will absolutely trade it. Even if this guy whiffs right here, misses every single shot, NiKo will put that last guy down very easily. Very simple. So, again, one of our big problems when we play the game is we just want to kill. We don't flip out of kill mode ever. So, these players are playing at such a high level that they're able to kind of relax a little bit. NiKo could just hold that and, maybe he doesn't have such a bad game because scoreboard wise he has another kill to his name, but it's just not worth the risk. So again, a slow start here. He is going to throw the con lurk smoke, and then winning that round, they're going to know that Legacy is on full save here just because they forced last round. Didn't get any bomb plant down. 2 kills is not enough, especially without any SMGs. Oh, this nade lineup is sick. This is a nice little nade lineup that you can utilize. Goes a little deep though, but it's really nice. Also, one thing that's too obvious is when Nissim here is just spamming his clip nonstop. Spam. It's pretty obvious to NiKo and the rest of the team that it's just a fake. Like, they're obviously not going to be doing that 5 guys are back here. You wouldn't want to give yourself away like that. So you can kind of read that and relax a little bit. So again, he's going to be playing super passive here. He doesn't really want to give an opening pick. He's also, at this point, like literally 1-0. He's just doing his job. You saw the aggression was punished by Kiyosuke the last round, which kind of sucked. It's going to take me a while to say Kiyosuke. I want to say Kaisuke every time. The beauty of how he's playing right now, too, is if they do pop and run out here, he's not giving them a gun very easily. It's very tough to actually get the gun when he dies. Because Monasty's right there to pick things up in this position, which is sick. So, a lot of players, they get too aggressive out here in connector. They die like Kiyosuke did out here on catwalk. Eventually, the T's can throw some smokes, get the gun, snowball around, and it just sucks at that point. So, you can see that's an eco round where they don't go towards NiKo at all, right? So, he has no opportunity to farm ecos. Still 1-0. Good start to the game still for him, but not really doing much, honestly. Not really doing much. So he's just going to insta-flash out here, holding underpass. Flashes out mid with a team. Blows up in top mid for Kiyosuke again. So what was the timing on this? Did they miss the timing just slightly? So Kiyosuke is mollying. So this timing just sucks because at the level that these guys are at, what they need to be doing is when Kiyosuke blows open this window smoke, that's when NiKo's nade needs to come in and blow this open. So look, Kiyosuke can see, and then now NiKo's nade comes in. Kiyosuke can't see anything. That's why he's shooting to try to get vision. He can't see anything. These guys are still so disconnected, and they're not like necessarily flowing and vibing as a team like they should be. It might sound harsh. It might honestly sound harsh. Like, what do you mean? They can't. That was good. They both naded. It's fine. But it's fine till you play a team that's perfect as well. How are you going to beat Vitality? I mean, heck, they can't even beat Legacy right now. Legacy is a great team. I don't want to take anything away from them. But these are the small details that these tier 1 teams obsess over. These guys are playing 10 to 12 hours a day of CS, including practice, everything by themselves, pugging. These are the things that have to be perfect or you're not going to win a major. You're not going to win stuff. If you guys saw the Vitality demo review we did on the channel, that was a big thing of Vitality. Every one of their timings was just perfect. Perfect, man. Like, how do you beat them? Because they're peeking as soon as nades go off. They're double swinging. They're flashing for each other flawlessly. All right, I'll stop yapping here. NiKo is going to be walking underpass. He's clearing out late. This is a super, super delayed retake. He's trying to catch them off, like making it so like he surprises them. Like at this point, Art is just not going to expect that. And all I got to say, leave the game before the game leaves you. He had a few of these whiffs in the series, man. He had a few of them. It's kind of brutal. But nah, I'm kind of memeing, right? Kind of memeing, but it's unfortunate. Dang, and Dumao just puts in some brilliant work here. And you can see the star power on this team, dude. Let's look at Dumao's POV this whole time. Wow. I mean, honestly, what are you supposed to do? He's just pre-firing. So I'll give you guys a little bit of personal insight into my career and my life. When I played in FPL, when I was competing in the scene here, at some point, Dumao and his squad, whatever, it might have been Legacy back then, it might have been someone else. This guy is probably one of the best mechanical players I've ever seen, ever had on my team, ever played against. Like, genuinely just mechanically unreal. Yeah, so again, another passive setup from NiKo, which is a little strange because Modesty is all the way off short here, so he's posted. And then again, you have Kiyosuke and Window. NiKo's just kind of sliding towards A here. Okay. It's very passive from him. Like, he hasn't been able to really get into this game so far. Which sometimes your confidence can leave you after losing so many times. And also, this is a best of 5. I believe this is the 3rd map in the series too. So, rattle a bit, shaking a bit. It's tough. See, he just controls this area. This is a very intentional position, so he's not exposed to Palace, but he can also hold an off angle. You see, Falcons are obsessed with these off angles. Testis was here holding like this. NiKo's waiting. You got to be good at this at the pro scene, or you're just gonna get cooked. Especially when you play a team that has such mechanical talent like Legacy. Their mechanics are insane. So boom, look at that flash. NiKo's throwing 4 Testis here, so Testis can peek with it. Ends up not working out again. Why that looked a little delayed? What was going on there? So Testis is on a crazy off angle, and he's gonna catch off Lado. It looks like, surprise him a little bit. But what was the delay with this? Yeah, so perfect Flash comes in and okay, it's a little delayed. Also a bit unlucky. It wasn't the end of the world. The Flash kind of just got caught up, and then NiKo is caught doing who knows what, honestly. Yeah, so Flash landed here, and then they already scaled out to Tetris position, so that kind of just sucked. I guess in hindsight, and you know, it's so tough when you're smoked off. Like, I'm just nitpicking. It's so tough. In hindsight, if he actually could have got a Flash, like, right here, this might be perfect, or a Flash over test this a little bit, like boom up in this area. Because the problem with lower flashes, guys, is sometimes they could even get stuck on cracks like this. And for example, a guy could actually be right here and not get blind at all because the crack just eats it. Something like this eats it. So generally, that's why you're going to see like higher flashes. The only downside is your teammate has to kind of dodge it then too, making it tough. It's very hard, like very hard. Full timeout here, and then they are going to be on a full eco. We'll kind of speed through this. I'm curious what Kerrigan's calling for them here. So m0NESY does have an op, so he's going to play a very aggressive out mid, and then NiKo and Squad are just going to be out here. Now, NiKo is doing something intentional with his money. He is saving for m0NESY's op here if he dies. So take notice how NiKo is being a team player here. In the past, you would always see NiKo getting a deagle in these situations. Every time, because he's the star on the team. He's the best player. Give me a deagle, give me the gun, and let me farm. So he is sacrificing a lot, you know, being with m0NESY, Kiyasuki. So obviously he's a star with them as well, but these two kids are kind of the future of the scene. m0NESY still has so many years left to play. Kiyasuki's even younger, I believe. So kind of making way for them, I guess. Maybe if Falcons get one more star on their team, they'll be able to start winning. That's a joke, by the way. Please stop your angry comment down below. That was a joke. This is a grimy angle, by the way. Like, you guys can play this on retakes and stuff. Not a lot of people understand that this is here. Oh, m0NESY gets a kill. Two people in ladder room. Dang, bro. Again, Dumao showed up to play. I mean, honestly, Dumao showed up to play. This is NiKo's kryptonite, dude. That's so frustrating. That's so tilting. He doesn't even really understand where he died from. He makes it look so easy. Makes it look so easy. And honestly, not a horrible round from the Falcons. Not that bad of a round, honestly. Dumao is genuinely one of the best Brazilian players out there right now. He is so good. He's been so good for a long time. If he's on the right squad, like, I wouldn't be surprised if he wins a major one day. I don't think he's necessarily going to do it with this legacy squad, but I feel like he'd be a great international player too. Like on, like I can't even tell you right now, maybe like a Navi or Vitality type of team at that level. He'd be a super underrated pickup, right? Like FaZe with FaZe rebuilds. So they're going to slide into a 3A setup, and notice how tethered they are again. Like they can play off of each other very, very nicely. And realize too that when they do this, the B players are kind of turtling up a bit and condensing here. There's not one guy kind of out mid, one guy by himself. No, these two are very tethered, while these three right here are forward fighting one of these positions. So very nice. It's a very, very turtled setup though. m0NESY is just picking up the gaps here, holding catwalk. NiKo obviously has the palace lurk, and then Tessus is just spotting with this smoke out. Yeah, I feel like they never really took much space off of Legacy. It seems like NiKo had to play a lot more passive than I'd hope he usually is. Like, dude, you've got m0NESY, Kiyasuki, and NiKo as your mid players, and you're telling me that they cannot dominate this area? They can't just destroy the other team? It's actually kind of crazy that they're not looking to get more aggressive in that sense. Makes noise when he drops off, yeah. I think you have to in that situation, actually. I think that's too high. Yeah, you do. Yeah, and they have like no info, so then Legacy just hits the weaker site, and now they're out of it again. So I don't understand. Like, you have so many stars. Why are you just letting Legacy do whatever they want? And then NiKo's going crazy out here, jumping all around. Gets an AK in his hands though, at least, but yeah, he's doing nothing. And again, they split up. Testis is now in ladder room, and then NiKo's all by himself over here on A side. There's just there's too much individualism going on here. Yeah, too much respect. I mean, dude, this guy's not missing right now. He really isn't. So they're going to start this round off. The next round here, they're going to insta-smoke ramp. He's going to push in Palace very loud. So you got to get your util. Like, NiKo's just had so many flashes that you think would do something, but they're just not. Like, Even here, bro. Like, I understand it's a reactable flash, so they're gonna turn from it. But he should have ate this. Ah, he just times it. See, he just times the peak. Good trade though. I mean, that still is in a way a win. Testis is on very low HP, but that's not a bad outcome for the CTs on this type of round. Another trade from Testis. So like, you never necessarily want to go 1-for-1, but your pistol player's dying. You get AKs on the ground. In theory, all three of these guys can have rifles now if they juggle the guns, condense in a way. So for this type of round, not bad. Not bad at all. But they end up saving again. So let's get the next one here. Let's see. Will we see any sort of aggression? Will we see NiKo finally being able to play his game, or is he going to have to just keep playing passive? So he drops down into underpass. He mollies boxes. He's going to nade top mid as well, perhaps. Yep, nades that smoke open. For the short player potentially to peek or Testis, I believe. Should be able to swing out here, you see. But it's just for himself. Again, they are just like never actually like getting info together with this type of thing. Like, yeah, now Testis backs out. NiKo's holding underpass. So still, they end up burning all of this util, all this util for nothing essentially. Now, to be fair to them, Legacy did throw 3 smokes, or no, 2 smokes. Did they smoke window? Because I know NiKo dropped his underpass. Yeah, so 1, 2, and then I think there was a 3rd smoke on short, perhaps. Maybe not, at least 2 smokes. So it's not the end of the world to dump your nades when they're dumping theirs, but they're still worried about mid. They're still like, yeah, they could be in mid. Not sure. Yeah, just back to jiggling. Back to jiggle. You see at the high level, by the way, how active you got to be with these jiggle spots. You can't be walking around. You can't be... You got to jiggle things constantly. Even there, just aggressively swing soft in case they boosted. It's not a slow game anymore, guys. You can't just like stand on a spot and hold. You got to really get active with your keyboard hand. Giant... Oh, oh my goodness. No way, bro. No way. Oh, dude, that's tragic. That is tragic, man. That's what Falcons is losing to. This is what Falcons, Monesi, NiKo, Kiyasuki, Kerrigan, and Testis are losing to this. Wow, what a double peak. And again, just the firepower on this squad is insane because I can't believe Art kills NiKo there. But watch how these guys peak together from... We'll show it from Sadzin's POV here. It's just insane. Insane, man. Bang. That's the chemistry. That's the teamwork you gotta have in every round if you want to make it at the top. He didn't know who to shoot there. Again, just crazy shot from Art, but sometimes that happens. Testis is right there to trade him. Beautiful, beautiful round. Beautiful round from Falcons. Beautiful round from NiKo for the most part. Again, I'm a little confused why they just let them have so much space, but they know better, I guess. I'm going to call it balls and strikes. It honestly does feel good knowing that even in tier 1 level of CS that they'll be missing smokes, missing their lineups. It's so funny, man. So yeah, you see he's going to drop that molly consistently. And you might wonder why he's dropping that molly. It's actually so that in the mid round, Testis can sit here and molly boxes. And I think he already threw it, yeah. But he has another one now, so they can clear it again, which is awesome. Now it looks like another miscommunication. They lose the opening pick because this mid guy just runs up and deletes Monesi. Yeah, NiKo's behind the play here. Oh, NiKo knows how to do it. Nobody else on his team knows how to blow open these spokes. NiKo knows what's up though. Awesome. Everyone else bounces it on the ground like 2 times and it's so frustrating. So again, this is where he succeeds for his team a lot, where he can set them up with this flash. Boom. Should be good, yeah. Art Loki just gets a lucky blind kill. Yeah, and that's unfortunate. He's getting caught out a lot, like where his crosshair is going to the next angle, but he's getting counterswung. Legacy is a very aggressive team, but look in the micro here, what happens. So he's clearing, then puts his crosshair here to pre-aim boxes and has to flick. He has to flick. His crosshair was going here. And then R just makes a freaking crazy play out in the open. I think he didn't expect Kerrigan. Like, in his mind, Kerrigan would have seen this. That's why he got caught off, right? But at that moment, Kerrigan was tucked or moving up here and didn't see it either. So, just a lot of bad chemistry coming in from Falcons. They're just not on the same page. Kerrigan is new on this roster, but you still expect more from them, man. You expect more. So he's gonna flash Kiyasuki through the smoke. This is actually a crazy play that they're going for. Oh, no. No, wait, what? Did he throw it? Yeah, he threw it. Okay, I just skipped off of it. I thought I was losing my mind for a second. Yeah, so there goes the flash. I mean, that's a good flash. It's a good flash. It's a good flash. I think the box's molly also doesn't extend out all the way. Art is just catching these guys off with really good off angles, honestly. It just literally feels like NiKo is not actually ever getting set up. He's not in like power positions. Like, he's constantly playing behind everything. Like, even the round he goes aggressive and underpass, he's throwing nades, doing all this stuff, but then he instantly just goes back into this position where he's just in here. Oh, good spot. Oh, careful there, bud. Careful. Let's get the smoke off. Jiggles out again. Boom. Finally gets out of here. So they know one of the positions of the last three guys alive. Two positions. So the crazy thing is, NiKo is going to kind of know where Bomb could be in this moment. If Dumao just solo rips open the head, NiKo knows that Bomb should be somewhere over here in this lane. So he might slip through underpass here and try to catch a timing. I would really assume that's what he's going to do here. Yeah, so two of them actually are nice. I'm surprised he doesn't gun out or knife out a little bit. Let Kerrigan get up there. Oh, do they not catch him off? And look how smart, by the way. Look how smart Nisam is. Guys, game sense. There's literally nowhere else this guy needs to look. So many players, when they come through here, they just walk or they just start running this way without looking underpass. This is quite literally the only place he could die to. There's nowhere else. Boom, gets the first kill. Let's see. NiKo's got to trade this, right? It feels like a miss, man. It feels like a miss. And you know about the Palace guy. There should be the Palace guy you still got to think about, right? You're thinking he's mid or you're just saving at this point. Yeah. I mean, these are kills you'd expect him to pick up because I'm being very harsh, but you guys got to realize this entire series, he was kind of aiming like that. Missing kills in the back of the head, struggling a lot. So finals are just getting in this guy's head. Every time this guy's in the finals, he's just kind of slipping away and choking a bit. It's tough, man. It's tough. And it's the mental part of it compounds. You start losing one final, okay, whatever, then another. You start to just convince yourself after a few dozen times that it's impossible. You're never going to win. You start to convince it. How many times have Falcons choked like this, man? It's insane. Or not even just Falcons, NiKo. Any roster NiKo's on. How many times they've been choking like this? So again, another slower start here. He's going to smoke out of connector. He's holding for the lurk. He believes that there's a mid lurk that's going to come through here. He starts to see what's going on. Bad nade. Bad nade. It's bouncing, bro. This is what I mean. Look up higher, right click, start holding left click. So the nade loops like this, blows open before it hits the ground. The ground is right here. Bust everything open right there. What he's doing is he's just right clicking it. It's bouncing, bouncing, and then they hear everything. Like, can do so much better than that. Gets the kill though. Regardless, guys, even if you don't do it properly, just blowing open smokes is going to give you guys a lot of good looks. In your games, you might be playing against a 5-stack that's throwing a full execute, all these mollies, all these nades, flashes. Bro, take your HE grenade out, blow open the smoke, boom. Their exec isn't as good as it was anymore. That smoke doesn't matter now. You catch a player off guard that thinks there's a smoke up, right? So valuable, man. It's so unbelievably valuable. I'm surprised he's not rotating with a flash out here. That's a little surprising to me. But regardless, he's fine. He gets his gun out eventually. He's playing anti-flash. He's not just looking at a wall. He's not checking out the cracks on it, the crevices. He is quite literally playing anti-flash in case Kiyasuki gets blinded. He's instantly able to swing out. So very good team play here in that sense. Now he peeks. Kiyasuki's going to spam the bomb. Just like, what is he doing though? Like, brother, it's a 5v3. Spam it a little bit. You don't need to unload 30 bullets into the freaking box. It's just a free kill for Nisam there. So now I don't even blame NiKo. I don't even blame him, but now he's going to peek. It's like, man, like what are these guys doing? That's a 5v3? That's a 5v3 into a 2v3 with 3 1vx's. 3 situations where guys just peek out by themselves. Now look at Tessis. Okay, he's running out here. Modesty takes a 1v1. Actually outbrains him. Cool, whatever. So, just 2 individual, man. It's like Kiyasuki, just like, what are you doing? Then NiKo, why are you rushing it? Why are you trying to peek? Yeah. It's just too much, man. It ultimately leads. There you go. Testis dying by himself. Now Modesty out here. There's no double fighting, man. If they would play like they did that round when they're in connector, every round they would have so much more success. That's like devastating to see, man. This is how you lose tournaments. This is how you lose finals. Can't be doing this, man. When Dumao's just popping off like this, he's Thanos snapping everybody. Okay, so they give the P250 to NiKo. So as an IGL, this one makes me scratch my brain a little bit. Why? I understand. Maybe you're trying to give the P250 to this guy to get him back into it. But why not call a strat where Kiyasuki or Monesi has the P250? Why on earth are we giving the guy that is going double negative, hasn't even found himself into the game, the best gun on pistol round? To me, give it to the guy who's powered up. Let him lead by example. Give it to Kiyasuki. Give it to Monesi. Let him duel. Let him fight, man. You're not going to force NiKo to get back into the game like this. Let it happen naturally. Don't force it so much, right? So you're just going to jiggle out all these angles here. All the common places that the CTs could be. Very, very good crosshair placement, honestly. Like, very, very good crosshair placement. Very linear. I like this. But what is the strat? A double exec. Okay, so they're doing a double pump fake. And you can see, wow, Legacy is not even biting on this. Legacy is convinced that this is an A fake into a B hit. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, he's searching. The thing is, he's so out of this game, though, that like he's going to second guess every decision he's making. That's the problem. So they're flashing them in spawn. Get a longer and jingle here. Get a longer and jingle. We're still sandwiched. At this point, like a Glock would be better at this fight than even a P250. That's the thing. I don't understand. Like, what is this positioning? Okay, they're gonna fight together. This is fine. Yeah, okay, so they decide that this is a mid-round. This is an audible. In American football, we call this an audible. They were playing for spawn, but there's some sort of info that comes in that they think Legacy is retaking through here. So then what does Falcons do? They say, okay, you guys are gonna take through that space over here. Boom, over here. We're gonna take this green zone. We're gonna fight through here and play this way. It's not traditional, but it's a great little mid-rounder. Great mid-round decision. I mean, honestly, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do when somebody hits this shot on you? You just say, nice shot, bro, right? That's part of CS. Nice shot. I mean, these guys check their PC, check the, check if they're taking anything, any injections. Because these guys are not real, man. It again is maybe perhaps a little bit of an overpeak. Maybe like, what are you doing, bro? Like, you're just out in the open standing here. I don't know. Miscommunication, something, but overall good round from the team. Again, I don't know why he's sandwiched though. Like, what's the point of being here, bro? You think you're a P250 guy. If he's not going to scale and take aggressive fights deep here, he wouldn't put himself sandwich. You think he'd actually be the sniper that's in the back lines kind of picking people off. So I want to say, once again, I put these disclaimers because people think that me criticizing their favorite team, their favorite player. Guys, I'm not saying that I am better. I'm not saying that these guys suck. Again, I'm going to call balls and strikes and tell you how it is. These guys are like professional athletes. Absolutely, they're going to make mistakes. Absolutely, they're not going to play right sometimes. If they did, they would be #1 in the world. They would be the perfect player, right? They would agree with me that there is something going wrong that leads to these games being lost. This is a cool little entry flash here. This is a cool little entry flash. You utility nerds, write this one down. Write this. Oh, he's not going to use it. Dude. There is no way we're doing this. There is no way we're doing this. Again, if Testis knew how to throw an HE grenade and blow this open, maybe this isn't even this is a non-factor. Maybe he just blows it open properly. But dude, what are we calling, man? There's no way on a force buy we are trying to blow this open and run through it. Bro. That's insane. But like, what is this, bro? Dude, brother, take a step back. Take a step back. Right click, start holding left click, bust that whole thing open. Also, small detail here. Let's learn from Nissan. Let's learn from this guy. What does he do here? Chat, what does he do? Shout out to all the people watching live here on Twitch. He is going to get active. As soon as he gets this first kill, he is no longer staying. Even as he's getting the first kill, you have to keep your feet moving. You have to take advantage. Boom, gets a kill over here, then moves back this way. Boom, then moves back this way. As you're running through a smoke, if someone is bouncing around like that, bouncing all crazy style on you, what are you supposed to do? You just sit back, take your hands off, and let them bounce at that point. All right, that sounded crazy. That sounded crazy. That's just a breakdown. That's a meltdown of a round. And that really makes you scratch your head again as a fan of these teams. It's like, what are we calling, man? Honestly. What are we calling? And now we're just on a force buy. We're just on a deagle. So now we got to search and just hope we get kills. You just throw the game away right there. You know, actually, that's where if we're in a team environment, we take a pause. We talk about things. Get any frustration out. So many times when I was competing in the North American scene, I competed up to ESL Challenger level. When those type of rounds happen, taking a pause, just letting people get the anger out even. Bro, you messed me up. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do this. Get it out. Talk about it. Boom, we're good now. When you internalize that, when you just let it sit there, let it simmer, you just have this resentment towards your teammates sometimes where you're like, bro, fuck this guy. Like, what is he doing, man? He's just trolling me. He's playing so bad. But if you can be chill, if you can reset, like, get it out, everyone plays better, in my opinion. As long as you don't go too far, right? Unless you're, like, going simple mode and ripping into him too much. There was a clip of Electronic doing that, either late last year. Yeah, I think it was late last year on Train. Electronic just got destroyed, and he just starts ripping into his team. You know, maybe he went a little too far, but it's intense, man. It's intense out here. These guys do it for a job. This isn't for fun. Sorry, holy yap, dude. I'm like someone's grandfather out here just yapping away, bro. This is bad. Back in my day when I competed. I'm surprised he didn't one-shot him there with that deagle. Boom. He scaled, but traded instantly. I mean, that run just kind of falls apart. They're just searching, so let's get into this next one here. They actually have a reset, so they're going to replay this round. Oh, no, wait. Oh, they're burning nades. I thought this was a reset. So look, they're literally in spawn here. Did they disconnect? No, they're just talking to each other. They're saying, hey, bro, yo, what are we going to do to win this game? Just chilling, taking a sip of their Red Bull. So that's the whole point of this round. They have literally nothing. They're not trying to win. A lot of players, they fall into the habit where they think they need to win every single round of the game. Which you might be like, yeah, Kojo, that's the point. You need to win rounds. No. You have to sit there and understand that you need to milk their mollies, their smokes, their nades out. You need to get rid of their utility. That's a win. Every piece of utility they're throwing is a win. Maybe they get bored. Maybe they like run up and make a mistake they shouldn't be making. So on the flip side, when you're the team with guns, you got to have a lot of discipline in these rounds. A lot of discipline. A lot of discipline. Nice. I mean, half the guy's kills come on pistols. I'm not gonna lie. It's true. Like, half of his frags are coming on pistols. Honestly, not a lot of impact. I mean, he's the comp player, but 0 nade damage. You're telling me he didn't have a round where he threw a nade up top mid? A round where... I understand he's blown up in smokes for his team, doing that type of stuff, but I mean, it's bad. You have 6 enemies flash and 0 nade damage as a CT con player. Like, are we for real right now? This is tier 1 CS. This is fucking tier 1 CS. And we're sitting there with this type of... It's insane. You can play bad. You can have bad performances, but there's no way on earth that this is your stat line going in. I mean, Sadzin's doing that too, but at least he's opping. I mean, he's having a nightmare performance as well. Like, I don't know what he's doing either, but at least he's opping so he can just scope up and shoot. You're a rifler in a very pivoty start position. He's just out of it at this point. It's like he didn't wake up to play today. I'm being so harsh. I'm being so cruel. I understand, but man, at what point do you have enough? I don't know. This guy gets paid literally hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, if not million. I have no clue. We'll say hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to play CS. You're playing for Falcons with their oil money and stuff, man. Like, at what point do we stop buying the Rolexes, stop buying the luxury goods, and we start putting in more hours in CS, man, to get a major? Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm gonna make so many enemies with this video. Dude, this video, I'm gonna make so many enemies. This is gonna be bad. Oh, he actually catches a crazy timing here. Catches a crazy timing, but the whole team's dying. Boom. Legacy just are not shaken. Like, even when he catches that really good timing through con, they're killing the rest of the team. The players just instantly trade him. It's just out of it. Like, there's nothing to even break down here. The whole team is just dying one by one. Literally, what happens underpass? Player walks in underpass by himself and dies. NiKo's back here. I mean, players are just dying with literally 0 opportunity to trade. Bro, what the hell? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Bang! Look how he's flowing, bro. We should have reviewed Sadson. Look how he's flowing. Look how he's getting into this, bro. And he's 7 and 10. He's not even having a good game. He's not having a good game at all. So yeah, NiKo has no utility here. He's going to end the game with 6 flashes and 0 utility damage. Just, you can't bottom frag. You can't have the least amount of impact in literally like every regard. KD, ADR, flashes, utility damage. He's not entering. He's trading. Like, did we review the wrong guy here? Did I review my face at level 7 goat named Joji? Right? Like, I don't know, man. Joji, I think you might be doing better in this game, honestly. Okay, that's a little cope. If they find a way to lose this round, they don't. They plant the bomb and win. So, yeah, I mean, he's just out of it. Like, nothing. He's just doing his job here, I guess, but no impact. Once again, shout out to the live viewers, man. Shout out to the live viewers. If you want to get yourself roasted live during these demo reviews as well, make sure you're in my chat. I will roast you up there. All right, he's going to smoke Incon here, and his other teammate smokes window. Going to feign some mid presence here. Monacy and Kerrigan are actually going to control it because they're about ready to walk out A. Pressure here. Walk out A, perhaps. Bombs here. Sometimes you'll see it the other way around, where these guys fake on A and then the 2 top mid guys walk out off of that. But standard stuff here. Just watching us smoke. He's in Palace. He's going to lurk out. Teammates dying. You know, it's just one by one, man. Like, credits to Legacy. What a shot. By the way, if you watch NiKo DM, you know how insane he is from that Palace position up there. If you watch this guy DM, you know how sick he is from up there. But he's just going to try to take over now. Yeah, and he doesn't know where to look at. He doesn't know what to do. Like, tough. And by the way, guys, hey, before we end this, what does Sadson do here? He defensively smokes. Look at this. You have to defensively smoke if you're going to play at a high level CS. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what that was. Don't pay attention to that. That's a perfect way to end the demo. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Thank you to all of the supporters, all my members over on YouTube. Big shout out to the Twitch subs as well. You guys are absolute G's. If you want to see one of these demo reviews live, you can go ahead and check out my Twitch, CoJoMo CS. If not, I will see you in the next demo review video. Take it easy. Peace out.